You know what? Maybe you should get married and keep your fucking legs crossed.
And now, Cheese Wits.
Hey, I'm wearing my celebrity hair today.
Very nice. I don't understand why everybody's so quiet.
Who's quiet?
Everybody except me.
Oh, you can't hear us?
Well, now you're not as quiet as you were. And Chris is quiet because he doesn't feel well.
Chris,
They took like a gallon of blood last week, Wally.
Vampira.
Yeah, I'm stressed. I'm waiting for results.
Oh, so what are you being tested for? AIDS?
Actually, that was in there. That was on the list.
Mono?
I don't know whether they did
Hepatitis?
that. I got to tell you, it was about there's a paragraph of shit though.
Really?
That's, so I've always, when I get my blood tested, or when I get a blood thing, I never want them testing me for anything other than what I approve. Like I don't.
No, I want to know. I
Yeah,
need it.
that's right there. I don't. So if I do have AIDS, I don't want to know I have AIDS. Don't tell me.
Why would you not want to know so you could take medicine and be cured?
I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like if I don't know it, I don't have it.
Oh my God.
Right? Oh, I think that's so. As you know, Jess, you may not know this. Men and women differ.
What?
In their process of thinking.
What? That's crazy talk.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Especially when it comes to doctors.
Yeah, it is. I know. Lord, I know men are the first guys to get into line when it says, hey, go see the doctor. Oh, yeah, of course. I wouldn't wait. I'm not going to wait for my leg to fall off. I'm right there. Yeah, no. I think there's a fear. I think it's men fear being ill. I just think men might fear being ill more than women, so they don't want to know. And women, on the other hand, want to be cured if they're sick. And they're like, no, fuck no, I'm not sick. Fuck it. And then that may go back to, oh, what? Jess, why did you start this? But then I think it goes psychologically, it goes back to the thing of the man provider must provide, that it's
as if you're somehow weak by needing to go to the doctor.
Right. That there's an innate part of the human structure, of the male structure, as opposed to the female, that the man, I must hunt, I must go gather and hunt. I cannot be sick because I will not be able to hunt and gather for my tribe. I think that there must be some sort of innate something in there, right? There are definitely parts of us that are innate. There just are. Not innate. Innate.
I don't know. Let me ask you this. It's not really a medical thing, but here's a thing that happened to me the other day, and I don't know why men think it's okay to do this. I was at the grocery store.
Grab by the pussy? Yeah, because Trump said it's okay.
Different thing.
Oh, okay.
Not far off, though.
I get ahead of myself.
I was at the grocery store, and this was last week, and I needed to go down a specific aisle, and there were a whole bunch of people there, and I made eye contact with each one of them and gave them kind of a little half smile as I said, excuse me, can I just get through here? Thanks. And 2 aisles later, one of those people, a man, who had apparently been following me around the store, came up and said, hi, what's your name? So, of course, I said to him, Mary. And he said, Mary, I just had to come tell you what a beautiful smile you have.
Oh,
no,
fuck.
No, you did not have to do that. You did not have to follow me around 2 different. Why? Why do men think this is okay? We do not want this. We do not want this.
Okay, so.
Because listen, I spent the rest of that time in the grocery store. What is that noise?
I don't know.
That was Chris.
Did Chris come off his heart monitor?
Chris.
No, that was my alarm clock that woke me up.
Oh, good morning.
I spent the rest of my time in the grocery store looking over my shoulder to make sure he wasn't still following me around. especially when I got out to the parking lot and was on my way to the car, and then immediately locked the doors as soon as which I do that anyway, but immediately locked the doors as soon as I got in the car because I didn't know what kind of crazy this man was.
Yeah, so that's such a hard thing because I guess on the one hand, it's for sure creepy, right?
Yeah.
But also, is it just he has bad like social skills and he thinks he's watching like 1980s sitcoms and thinks that's the way you approach a woman?
Probably. I mean,
what is he like? He's like in what was the show with the winning guy? Winning. What was that TV show?
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, what was the name of that TV show?
2.5 Men.
Oh, where he like that's the approach of that guy. You have a really, that's his approach.
Yeah.
It's just not. So what that does though is it ruins it for anybody else who really wants to legitimately say, I like your glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Those are nice. Did you get those? As a conversation starter, it's a pissy conversation starter. Can I tell you have a great smile? Yeah, I've also got good tits too. Hey, you like those? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, seriously.
I'm not at Kroger looking for a man. That's not where that's happening.
Because, so here's the thing about you. See, sometimes I am at Kroger looking for a man.
Okay.
Because I'm not as tall as you, so I can't reach the top shelf. Hey, I'm looking for a man over here. I need a man. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, Jess. That does suck because it ruins it for me and Chris.
Yeah.
Now, Chris can't walk around the bowling alley saying, nice smile, good jeans.
Well, he could, as long as he didn't follow the woman around the bowling alley until she looked at him.
You want to come back and let me show you how they stack the pins up?
Yeah, I'm following her from lane 1 to lane 7 going, hey, honey, nice yabos on you.
You're handling my balls right now. I washed them earlier.
Jesus Christ.
Now, why don't you let me inside of that 7-10 split, baby?
I can't.
Hey, honey, try to get the head pin.
No, dudes, don't do that. Don't do that shit. We don't want it.
So, Chris, how long have you been home? Jess, you were away too?
I was not away, but I was entertaining visitors and stuff.
Entertaining?
Yes.
Is that Chris's weird breathing going on now?
I think it is.
Am I breathing weird?
Well, you're breathing like this.
Storm.
I can't even make the.
I'm not trying
That's how you're
to.
breathing.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Trying to turn my face down.
I thought I was in a trailer park for a second and the storm was coming. Well, what the hell is going on?
Oh, the storm's coming, bitch. You just wait.
So, you guys, we have a new review.
We do?
Yep. Want to hear it?
Your face doesn't look like that. It doesn't have a bright looking, but go ahead.
No, it's a good one.
Okay.
It's another 5 stars from Cheesy Goat.
Oh.
Cheesy Goat. Do we know who this person is? Anybody? No?
I believe I do know who it is.
Okay.
But it's not someone I know directly. I believe it's my friend's husband. Make an old sailor proud. After binging every episode up to 22, I can honestly say these guys are awesome. It's not really all that informative, and that's part of its charm. They don't hold back. They don't jam politics or religion down your throat. They banter like normal people and curse like sailors back when sailors could curse. I could settle right into a group of people like this on a regular basis, but I'll settle for their phenomenal podcast beaming through the speaker on my phone. Keep them coming. By the way, this Gail lady sounds sexy.
You know what? How do we have, and I'm going to say this because I've listened to a few other podcasts and I've read some other quips about podcasts. we have a very literate group of people who are listening to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really are some wordsmiths
Mm-hmm.
who are listening to us, which is really sort of encouraging that we have people who know how to use the language. And I'm going to assume punctuation was used just by your read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff has absolutely no fucking punctuation at all.
That's true.
Just none.
I have done some, well, I've actually bypassed some auditions for audiobook narration because the audition script didn't have punctuation. And I was like, no way I'm doing a whole book of this.
Oh, fuck no, because you know how many rereads you're going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, I needed you to pause there. I wanted you to do this. I needed you to inflect there. That was supposed to be really powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Just kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Are you pretty busy with the reading of the books?
No, I have one that I'm doing right now, and I feel a little bit ripped off. I probably shouldn't say this because, well, I'm going to say it anyway. The book is called "Do Child-Free People Have Better Sex?" And I was really thinking it was one type of book when, after I did the audition and got the project and am under contract, now that I'm reading it, I'm finding out about how you are an irresponsible citizen if you're not vegan and child-free and protecting the planet. So
yeah. So that's going to be a tough thing for you.
Yeah.
Not just you, for anybody when you're reading or when you're recording a whole book of things that you absolutely do not agree with or believe in.
And I try to avoid anything very political, and I didn't realize this was a political book. And
no, you think it was about, you think it'd be about, just
child-free people having better sex.
Yeah, child-free people having better sex because they can go mountain climbing and they can do this and they can do that and they can go to the shore.
Mountain climbing is what I do on a regular
That's it, Wally. When's the last time you got laid, Wally? Because I don't go mountain climbing when I fuck.
Well, I'm not childless.
Oh, well. See, that's the problem. If you were childless,
he's envious.
I've got children and grandchildren. So I've got the full fucking thing. I've got it all.
No, they cancel each other out. Now you can go have glorious sex.
No, if you think having grandchildren, you have become, that's your second go round as a parent when you have grandchildren.
Oh, no.
No, my friend.
Look, Jenna thinks she wants a kid. I don't think there's any ink in the Bic.
Yeah, but I bet you're still trying to convince her to do it like an old feather pen. And go ahead, just lift the tip and see if you can get any ink out of it. Go ahead.
That's exactly it. You know what? Look, put your tongue on the end of the quill. Let's see what happens.
Right. like whenever you see an old movie or something, they grab a pencil and they put a little lick on it, and then they start writing. Hey, listen, I was talking to Chris. I had called Jess earlier I think last week I called you, Jess. And we talked about a couple of things that we both said, okay, no more talking. I don't remember what they are, but one of them I do remember was my assertion that women don't fucking wave. Women don't wave when you let them in traffic. They don't give you the head nod.
I wave every time. And if somebody doesn't wave when I let them into traffic, I want to immediately take it back. Like, get the fuck out of my way because I let you in and I didn't have to do that.
When I wish I had like a 1968 Buick of some sort with fenders filled with concrete so you just fucking run into them.
Yep.
Yeah, but when, and I wonder, so the earlier thing you talked about, I wonder if that's part of the, women just don't wave a lot in my experience.
Well,
Some
maybe
do.
up there. Bitches wave here. Okay.
Not here. Well, bitches might wave the finger.
No, these women up here, they wave all the time.
Not here. I don't get a lot of waves.
Sugar.
I don't think those are the women he's talking about.
Yeah,
you don't want the wave that goes side to side because that's not like a wave. That's like a bless your fucking heart wave.
Oh yeah. That means you're an ugly motherfucker.
Basically.
Yeah. If I give the wave to somebody or the nod or if you let somebody go through in traffic and they don't, The fucking women just don't wave. Men wave at fucking everything. They wave at fucking all of it. A guy will wave at you for any reason. You don't have to know him. You can have different plates on your car. You just give a wave. Guys, like, hey, whoa, hey, who's that? He'll pull over. He'll give him a conversation. Not women, no, because you know why? Because as soon as the woman pulls over, you got a nice smile.
That's why we don't pull over.
You got a nice smile.
Now,
babe.
why don't we combine everything together? Okay, so the woman doesn't wave. You wave at a woman. Woman doesn't wave back. You pull up next to her car. She rolls down her window. You make the motion. She rolls her window down. And you go, hey, nice tits. That's it. You've completed the circle.
I can tell you that I think that any person who you pull up next to, I did some time ago, I did pull up to a woman and I was motioning for her to roll down her window. She was fucking petrified. And the only thing I was trying to tell her was, you dropped your glove when you got in the car. It was this past winter. And when she got in her car, she dropped her glove.
The unfortunate thing is, Wally, much like that guy at the grocery
I've got
store,
a penis.
You have a penis, and we don't know if it's attached to a human being who's trying to wear our skin.
Oh my God. And I can see Wally with his toothy fucking grin rolling down the big fucking cheese fucking grin, doing the motion to roll down the window like it's a fucking 1967 Corvair that doesn't have power windows.
You don't know.
Roll down your window.
You don't know if he's got his dead mother back at the house that he's talking to about the girl he just met in traffic.
No, but you know as well as I do that Wally is the guy with that big fucking grin, and the woman rolls her window down, and he's got his down. He's just smiling. He goes, "Cunt," and steps on the gas.
Yeah. So it just, I just, there are certain kinds of people I certainly would not roll my. I'm pulling up to you in a fucking, brand new Volvo SUV, motioning you to. The chances of me being, having a dead body back home are pretty low.
Are they though?
Yeah, because most of those guys are driving Dodge Darts and shit.
Is there a serial killer car that you're supposed to have?
I think there is. I think there are certain cars you can look at and go, oh yeah, that's not.
What kind of car did Ted Bundy have?
A panelless van, a window that's a windowless van. It's only got panels on it. That's going to be
a panel van.
Somebody who's going to fuck you up. A guy in a Volvo. The only thing that screams to me is I've memorized the public television schedule for this week. That's what that tells me.
Okay, you want to know what?
I live in when the world. Fuck is Nova coming on this week, Wally?
Nova, also Dagladesh. Any of those shows, I'm watching them. I'm also I've got a golden retriever. I mean, I fit that stereotype very well.
No, you're not the guy that's going to have, as Jess would say, trying to wear my skin, or doing a Buffalo Bob and it applies the lotion to the skin or any of that bullshit. This tells me if you're in a Volvo SUV and you're living in the state of Maine, Wally, it tells me that more than once you have masturbated to Masterpiece Theater. That's what that tells me.
Only when they have the Irish accents.
Oh my God.
That's the only time. Other than that, I'm not so interested in it. I'm not looking like the prototypical fucking skin wearer. I don't think.
When they interview the neighbors of serial killers, the neighbors are always like, he just seemed like such a chill guy. He just seemed like such a good dude.
This is something we used to say. This is actually a bit you and I used to do on the air way back when.
Yeah.
We used to say, wouldn't you just for once when they say, well, are you surprised that James killed two people?
Not even a little bit.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I thought he would do this 10 years ago. That fucking guy was crazy. I thought he ate dogs.
I can't believe it took this long.
Yeah. How did it take him so long? You guys, he's probably got 6 other people buried back there. We're missing 2 kids from the neighborhood.
That's exactly it. You're very authoritative when you say that. It's like, are you kidding? He's killed before. I've seen him.
Yeah, we used to do a thing like that. Yeah, I don't believe all of that bullshit. Crazy people, you can point them out. You can. If a guy's got a sign, if the guy's got a bunch of signs that say no trespassing, that's a warning. It's a warning when you see the no trespassing, like 5-10 signs and the pallet fence built up around the house. There's an issue. There's going to be a standoff there sometime in the near future.
Maybe I just want you to stay the hell off my lawn, Wally.
Not with a pallet fence.
Maybe.
If you've got the pallet fence, there's going to be a standoff. The sheriff is going to be there. There's going to be a couple of sharpshooters involved. Someone's getting shot.
Yeah, could be.
I got 2 words for you. I want you to take these 2 words and hold them dear to yourself when you see that. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Branch Davidian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Fucking got that right. We had a standoff here last week. There was a standoff, and actually I was trying to make a delivery in the area, and I fucking had to go 3 different ways. What should have taken me 15 minutes took me an hour and a half because it was a standoff. It was over 24 hours, and the 3 different routes into this area were blocked off, but miles apart. You went 3 miles around, it came around the other side, fucking blocked off. Blocked off.
And you got Wally doing the roll the window thing down to the woman that's blocking everything out there going, I gotta get to the fucking Hannaford.
The guy apparently he invited somebody over to his house. He said, yeah, you come over here. Apparently, the way the story goes, yeah, come on over here. We're gonna fight. And when the guy, if someone calls me, by the way, and says, yeah, you come over here, we're gonna fight, I'm fucking going nowhere. I'm gonna go watch Masterpiece Theater. I'm not going any Masturbate Theater. That's what it's called. I'm not going anywhere. But this guy drives over to this guy's house. Here's 2 guys measuring dicks, right? When that happens, these are 2 guys measuring dicks and seeing who can piss further. The guy pulls near his house. Guy comes out with a gun and shoots at him.
That's the best kind of fight.
This guy drives off and says, Joe Bob tried to shoot me. And then there's a standoff.
That's
best kind of fight
shit.
ever.
Yeah, it's just fucking, I don't know what has happened to fucking people in their nut jobness. Hey, Chris, can you see behind Jess's chair?
Hold on 1 second. Let me see.
Oh,
I don't have my glasses on. What is that? It seems like you're on not quite a red carpet, but something.
No, behind Jess, right behind Jess. You can see too much of it now, but it was looking like an old turntable.
It is.
I was looking at the.
Is that what it is? It is a turntable? Oh, nice.
Isn't that cool?
It is what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's an old, what is it, a Technics turntable or whatever it was?
Yeah, probably. It doesn't have a brand name on it, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I recognize that turntable. I used to use those in the DJing business.
Oh, that's an SL 1200. There's no doubt.
Yeah, it looks like you're right. We used to use the Gates. My first radio job, we had the Gates 33, 45, and 78, and they were toggle. That didn't have anything like that. It was a toggle. You pulled it out, pulled it down like shifting a car.
We had them too, and they were army green. And when you got them on the air, they go thunk.
Yep, you are correct. And but the one thing great about them were they had felt right under them. The slip cue those was so easy.
Oh, absolutely.
The slip cue on those was fantastic, and you had to slip cue because any 45 you ever played, and particularly albums too, but any 45 always had cue burn. The first few seconds always cue burn. If you don't know what cue burn is, when you tried to cue up the record so it started, instead of going, we gotta, it would start so the music would start right up. You wouldn't get
and then they gave us cart machines that were supposed to cure that, and then the cart machines started going.
Yeah, that's where the matchbook came in handy. That's what I used to use, matchbooks.
It did come in handy. I burned down an AM radio station with one once.
No, did you really?
I don't think that's how they were supposed to be used, though.
No,
Did you
no,
really
not at
set
all.
something on fire?
Not at all. I never did that.
By the way, Dr. Roth,
Yeah.
explain
Dr. Roth.
explain to me why it said on your hotel TV screen, "Welcome, Dr. Christopher Roth."
Years ago.
Years ago, when
Back-
I was in Zimbabwe.
No, I actually I did technical support from Marriott. Okay. And I was staying in a Marriott, and I changed my name in the system from Mr. Christopher Roth to Dr. Christopher Roth. And it has stuck all these years. And I told radio people about it. You know, people, we'd all bullshit. It was me and Ed Rodriguez and Pat Garrett and several other folks. And we did this thing when we go to Ruth's Chris.
Pat Garrett?
Yeah, we'd go to Ruth's Chris once every 3 months or so. And whoever would make the reservation would make it in the name of Dr. Whoever, thinking that, you know, we'd be treated better or the table would come in. So
Somebody needed a Heimlich.
So, well, here's the thing. Dr. Pat Garrett had the table. You've heard of Pat Garrett, the huge voice guy, WTOP.com.
Pat was my station voice for a while, one of my stations.
So Pat makes it in the name of Dr. His real name's Pat Waters. So it was Dr. Waters. And we got our table. We're sitting there, and some guy, there was some medical emergency, and Pat is 3 or 4 sambucas in at this point. And they're like, "I'm sorry, is there a doctor here?" And Pat, loud as fuck, "Don't look at me. I'm a fucking podiatrist." So yes, that's how Dr. Roth is on the screen.
Yeah, that's fantastic. My favorite station voice, by the way, we've all used station. My favorite station voice was the guy we used at KISS. I used him in a couple of other stations, well, 3 or 4 other stations. JJ McKay from Flower Mound, Texas.
Yep.
Poor guy's dead.
Yeah, I know he died, but his read was fucking so good.
Oh, JJ was great.
Well, we have to give a shout out to Dave Steele because he was our station voice at FRE. He's been my station voice at several different stations, and he's the guy who says, "And now, Cheese Wits."
Oh,
and
it
he's
is
still on FRE.
Yep.
I mean,
he's on
still there.
I hear his voice on TV on the regular, and I will text him and be like, "Did I just hear you on the Outdoor Channel?" And he'll be like, "Yep."
Was that you on the Medicare commercial, Dave? That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you love how they put together those Medicare commercials and they're trying to save so much money?
Yeah.
So they have the voice guy read the number. You know, 1-800-3.
Did I just disappear? Oh, there I am.
Well, if you just disappeared, fucker. But they read the number like 3 different ways.
Yeah.
So they're saving the money going 3, 3, 3. And some asshole college kid is splicing these together. And for more, call 1-888-312-45952. What the fuck did I just listen to? And they give you these fucking Medicare commercials with all this fine print on the screen, which is so blurred out. And they make you think you have to get glasses. So, God, you're calling Medicare to get glasses so you can read what the fuck's on the bottom of the screen.
Hi, baby.
My God.
What are you looking for? I think I dialed. You want glasses? I got glasses.
Do you know, those commercials, you never see them on TV. That was one thing I saw in Las Vegas, Wally, that you never see those weird commercials. But when I was in Las Vegas, by the way, I don't know how many pictures you saw. Not many. I was either in a radio station or I was eating meat. And when I'd have a piece of meat, I'd fucking go throw up. That's how sick I was and still am.
Well, that explains why you were in Vegas in bed watching TV at 9 p.m.
I saw that.
Well, yeah, there was that night too. But one of the commercials that kept coming up on every different channel. Hey, looking for fun? Well, you can call 702-555-FUCK. Women delivered to your room.
Oh, ew, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There was a big, it was probably in the early 90s. There was that big fucking Cleo. Remember Cleo?
Yeah.
Oh,
Miss Cleo.
Miss Cleo.
I'm Miss Cleo. You call me and you'll get all the things you need to know. There was that 900 number. Fucking everybody had a 900 number.
Yep.
Everybody. for sex, for readings, for tarot cards, for all that shit. I didn't know they still did those. Apparently in Vegas they do.
In Vegas they do, and I got to tell you, Wally, I still have a 900 number for sex. So
You do?
if you want sex, you just call 1-900 fuck Roth.
Hi, this is Christopher. What can I do for you? Hey, speaking of a man with a deep voice, or men's voices, any more thoughts? So about the transgender Bud Light guy, what is his name? Her name? His name?
Oh, Dylan Mulvaney.
Okay, so Dylan Mulvaney. I've changed my sort of thinking about him a little bit.
Her.
Because I thought her, but it's only her in the face. None of the other surgery's been done.
That's correct.
He's still floating around a penis.
So she hasn't had surgery yet?
No, only on the face.
And?
So it's not a woman yet. So he's not a woman. She's not a woman. It's still a man.
Who cares?
That's not transgender. That's makeup.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Who cares?
Not. I care a little bit. I care because I think he's capitalizing monetarily on the stereotype of a prissy woman. Because
who seems to care?
I know a lot of women. I know, Jess, I know you. You're a woman. My wife's a woman. My daughter's a I know no women that act anything like the portrayal that he makes of what a woman is. That's not a woman.
A drag performance?
Yes, much more of a drag performance.
But that has nothing to do with the Bud Light thing.
No, I just couldn't think of his name, so I wanted to say the Bud Light guy. But I really am starting to come around. I still don't even care that Bud Light sent him anything. None of that stuff matters. But there does seem to be this characterization, or it's a caricature of what a woman is. Like he's very much a caricature of a 1950s Leave It to Beaver, ditzy about everything.
So
woman.
It's entertainment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But still capitalizing on a horrible stereotype. And I don't think that's, I think that's why people are pissed off, or why some people are pissed off.
No, I assure you, the rednecks up here, they're not pissed off.
No, John Rich and Kid Rock don't care about that.
Who?
Yeah, the rednecks up here are just pissed off that.
No, the rednecks. But I have been reading that women are sort of looking at that, going like, "Fuck, that's not a woman. You're a caricature of a woman. You're just not. You've made the ears bigger and the nose bigger on the painting. Sort of the character I have of myself sitting in a car going to a Red Sox game.
Wait, are you trying to say that women have big ears and big noses, Wally?
Oh Lord, no.
That's what I just heard. Did you hear that, Jess? That's what I just heard.
I was trying to figure out where that came from. Yeah.
Well, it's a caricature drawing. So the caricature drawing is they always the ploy is to overemphasize one part of the figure.
Oh, dude, I had this caricature done. God, when I was just starting out in radio, and this guy, my head looked normal, my shoulders. It gave me a fucking 42-inch cock, Wally. It was the weirdest fucking thing.
Mine, the caricature that I have two. Dagan and I used to get them when we'd go on our trips across the country, and mine have one has a big toothy smile, like Chris would say, and the other one has a big round, I think a big fat nose. I don't think my nose. I don't know if my nose is that. Do I have a fat nose, you think? Or is it kind of normal to my face?
I think it's proportional to your face.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think I have, but they always made it big. No big ears or anything. Nothing like that. Yeah, I have been thinking about that a little bit. And I'm just wondering, I don't know that it's any better than, I know this might sound weird, but I think it correlates. It doesn't sound any better than someone wearing blackface and pretending to be a black person. He's pretending to be a woman at this point. And he's taking the worst, not the worst, but the most obscure sort of voice. It's very Marilyn Monroe-ish. It's very, I'm a ditzy, blondes have more fun, sort of, even though he's not blonde, kind of thing.
Happy
know that it's
birthday,
right.
Mr. President.
Exactly. I don't know that it's any different than throwing blackface on and pretending to be black.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen a single thing Dylan Mulvaney has done, so I don't
Neither
have
have
an opinion.
I. I didn't know who Dylan Mulvaney was until the Bud Light, until the shooting of the cans. I had no idea who Dylan Mulvaney was.
Look,
I
here's the thing. Okay. Bud Light is a shitty beer.
It
It
sure
was a
enough
shitty
is.
beer before they put the woman with a cock on the can.
It sure
And
enough was.
It's still a shitty beer. So who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it sure enough is all around.
The only thing I give a fuck about is how fragile the men are who think they can't drink Bud Light because the company sent a can of beer to Dylan Mulvaney.
That's going to turn me into a fairy, though.
Yeah.
Gonna turn me into a fairy.
Like, how fragile is your masculinity?
Do you know what I see? When these guys are walking around going, I'm not drinking that queer beer. Do you know what I see in my head when I close my eyes? I see Mr. Roper standing there doing the Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jack.
That's what I see.
But it's got to be up here. It's got to be up and to the right.
Uh-huh.
Your head with your head turned to the left, doing a little thing, because that was the Roper deal.
That's it.
Which
Exactly what it is.
I think we've said it before. Back in the day, that was worth a laugh, and you know what? It still is.
It is, and
It still is. It may not be politically incorrect, but and what else is also funny is if you fucking did the look at me, I'm the big muscle man. And when you're mocking somebody who's, the total muscle head, that's funny too.
Mm-hmm.
They're both funny. Whether or not they're equally offensive, I don't know. I'm not offended by either one. And neither are you, Jeff. Look, Jess, I just saw you giggle. But
I was laughing at you, Wally.
No, you were not.
I was.
But okay, so now we're in 2023 though. Okay.
Yes.
Which is a different time and you can't say things. Did you see what that Oakland A's announcer did yesterday?
Mm-mm.
Oh no, what was this?
So, and I'm not going to use the word, but the Oakland A's announcer is sitting there on the game, beginning the game.
TV or radio?
I think it was TV because I saw the video of it.
Oh,
And the guy is sitting there talking about what a great day he had in Oakland. Okay. And he said, yeah, great day. We went to the N and then hard R League Museum and had some barbecue.
what? He said
Yes.
the N word with hard R?
The hard R.
Did he know he was on TV?
He did. I think he meant to say Negro, but it came out full hard R.
Oh, my.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And so everybody's up in arms about this. And listen, he didn't flinch when he said what he said. He didn't flinch at all and go, oh, I meant Negro. He full on. Yeah.
wow.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Lord.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
just
that's
By the way, I didn't mean
career-ending
to
shit.
imply that I thought it would be okay if he said it not realizing he was on TV.
Right.
I obviously think
No.
it's not okay either way, but you typically when you have a job like that, you have a filter.
Well, and the thing is, this guy, and you can tell he's so fake. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's not, one of us sitting here, just bullshitting. This guy, you might want to have the beep ready, but this guy is literally falling. I had a great day, went to the League Museum and had some barbecue. I mean, just like that. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just see?
Yeah, there are certain things you say sometimes when you're talking they're understandable. What you confused a couple of words. Like you might instead of saying like that was a hell of a bunt. You mean that was a hell of a cunt, a bunt. There are certain words that you hear it on the news all the time. People will fuck something up or stumble a word. And we've all done it, I'm sure, on the air. Just saying some fucking artist name or a song name or something. You've flubbed it and gone. Man, it's tough. And if you're live, you are fucked if you do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's not employed.
No, you confuse certain words. Look, I used to work at Boston Market when I was a kid, and a guy came in and he ordered a quarter dark dick, and he stopped and said, "I mean chicken." Okay, I can relate to those two, but I mean, a full hard R. I'm like, oh my God, this is shit my great grandfather would say.
So if I can say absolutely honestly, and I lived in Massachusetts, I have never said that word for any reason ever.
Mm-mm.
I've never found the word to be necessary. It's not even necessary. Necessary is the wrong word. It's just I've never been in a position or I've never had a desire. The word it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't so. I understand it means something to some, but it doesn't mean anything to me. It's not a word I would use to hurt somebody's feelings because it's just not a word that I use or has any value in my vernacular. If I call you an asshole, that's a tough thing. If I call you an asshole,
yes,
you're a fucking asshole.
You got your Google machine up?
I do.
No.
Okay, Glenn, Kuiper.
Is this the guy? Oh, suspended for racial slur.
Yeah.
As A's announcer apologizes after use of racial slur during broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to play it.
No, I don't want you to
play it. No,
I just wanted you to see it, so you didn't think I was sitting here.
I didn't
Chris
think
was
that.
Just trying to say the N-word on our podcast.
Oakland says they are working to address the situation.
But so then the question: how do you address that situation?
You fire the fucking guy.
If it's a mistake, though, if it's just one of those flubs, because here's a guy who probably says, I don't know, if the average person speaks 15,000 words a day, here's a guy who probably speaks 60,000 words in an hour and a half, and the likelihood of him fucking up somehow, saying a word he had no intention of saying something that comes up. How do you fire that guy? It's like fucking a doctor who makes a mistake. Yeah, you sue the fucker for cutting off your dick instead of your fucking finger. But he's not going to get fired, right?
Surgery by Dr. Roth.
Unless, of course, you're fucking Tucker Carlson and you cost the company nearly $1 billion, you get fired.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're gone. That he got fucking taken care of pretty quickly, and it probably should have. Although I don't want to be political about any of this stuff, but man, oh man, when you cost the company that much money, that makes you wonder how are the folks who are at the Clear Channel. Not Clear Channel. What is it now?
iHeart.
How do they still have jobs? Those guys cost the company millions and hundreds of millions of dollars too. Yeah. And also Odyssey. You see that fucking company?
Yeah.
You see what its stock is selling for?
I got nothing good to say about that. 10 cents a share. We could probably have market cap with what's in my sofa.
We could
take over the company
podcast for 10 cents a share.
Hostile takeover. I got $100.
Yeah, between the three of us, we could probably buy that fucking company. Yeah, that's and people are defending it. There's no defense. There's no defense for any of what those companies do. None whatsoever.
Nope.
What they do, because they just fucking wallow in that bullshit. They fucking eat it up. They love it. That I got to tell you, Jess, that turntable behind you is so distracting to me.
Is it?
Well, not in a bad way. It's just so,
because it's so cool looking.
It's cool, but it's memories.
Yeah. Memories. Well, eventually it's going to be on the wall right here. I just haven't.
Is that somebody's gold record?
No. It's just a print that I saw. When I was out shopping one day and I saw it and I had to have it. And it was actually behind me at the old house, but it was up higher, so you couldn't really see it when I was on camera with you.
Yeah, I like that. That's a nice print.
Yeah.
Any neighborhood stories?
Well, Rose met Medley, my dog.
Oh, how did that go?
You know, it was interesting. I was taking Medley out for a walk. I can only take one dog at a time right now because of my back.
Remind people who Rose is.
Rose is the one who lives next door to my new house, whose son's pit bull ripped her arms almost completely off, and
Jesus.
who told me that when I mentioned to her before I bought the house that I had pit bulls. So I was out walking my littler pit bull, Medley, and when we came up the driveway, it never even occurred to me to look and see if anybody was outside with their dogs. But as we're walking out of the driveway, I hear Rose going, "Remy, come!" to her dog. And I just kept going with Medley, hoping she didn't notice, because Medley gets she's not aggressive, but she just her intensity gets super high when she sees another dog. And so I just was like, let's go. Let's keep going. And we walked for about 20 minutes and we came back, and Rose was sitting on her front porch with her dog Remy. And she said, "I hope I didn't scare you when I yelled danger." And I said, "Oh, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you yell that." And she said, "Well, it's just that Remy is my therapy dog, and he's trained to pay attention to me when something's wrong. He's going to bark at me till I sit down. And if I say the word danger, he has to come to me immediately because he thinks that I'm in danger." And
you know what?
So
I have a therapy wife. Who fucking yells at me and tells me to sit down and shut up.
Yeah. So she said, "I did that so that he wouldn't come running off the porch and chasing after you and your dog." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense. I didn't hear you say that. And so no, it didn't scare me." And she said, "Well, maybe at some point we should, let the two dogs meet each other." And I said, "Well, she said, "I have this barrier here across my porch and they could meet across the barrier." And I said, "Well, they can meet right now if you want to." And she said, "Okay." And so I walked over there, and the two dogs were sniffing at each other through the railing and over the barrier. And then Medley, being who she is, decided to try to get over the barrier to say hi to Rose. And I was pulling her back already. I wasn't going to let her do that. But Rose said, "Oh, I'm not ready for you yet. Your head is the same size as my son's dog." And I said, "Nope, it's fine. It's fine." And I pulled the dog back, and she was totally cool, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm again, here I am. I'm skeptical of the whole therapy dog thing.
No, he's licensed.
I believe in
he's
therapy
licensed.
dog.
He's like the equivalent of some people have diabetics have them because they can sense their blood sugar and stuff. He's a licensed therapy dog. That's legit. Yeah.
So, but you do. I mean, the reason why I'm just suspicious because every motherfucker that I see now walks around with a dog with a little vest says therapy dog, or what? They're fucking not.
Yeah.
You just know they're not. Well, they just want to walk around with it. I was at, I think it was Walmart. I was at Walmart, and Walmart has a sign, "No pets allowed." Yeah. And this woman and her tribe, it was a man, and he was pointing out to the woman, whether wife or whatever. Yeah. And there was a couple of kids involved, pointing out that the sign says "No pets. We can't bring it in." And she said, "Fuck that. You bring that dog in. That's my therapy dog." And she's fucking giving this guy shit. And I was like, that's why, you dumb motherfucker. That's why. It's not no therapy dog.
And you can tell the ones that are not actually therapy dogs because they're not well behaved at all. And because they walk right up to you expecting to be petted. And you can't.
People have them in a fucking dog carrier sitting in the fucking cart.
Yeah.
The little chihuahua in a car. And those, by the way, those are the dogs that kids always want to reach out and touch. And those are the fucking ones that are going to bite you. Yep. Chihuahuas, all those little fucking yappy dogs.
Yep.
They are biting machines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking understand why people just take advantage of fucking everything like that.
That's why we can't have nice things. I was actually thinking about that today when I was driving over the new speed tables they put out on the main road over here.
Those suck.
And they do suck, but they put them on the part of the road where I used to live. And over there, it's a straightaway. It's a 30-mile-an-hour road. And in one 30-day period, one car flipped. I don't know how you flip going 30 miles an hour, but one car flipped over before they put these speed tables in. one car hit my next door neighbor's house, and then another car sideswiped a trailer and then kept going. And regularly people were flying, doing 50 or 60 miles an hour because it's a straightaway. And there's kids and, the kids shouldn't be out near the road, but they're kids and they're going to be sometimes. And it's just, I was thinking about it today as I was driving over these new speed tables going, fucking the selfishness of people that are the same ones that are complaining about these speed tables now. I'm happy that they're there because I didn't want somebody to hit my house with their car.
Right.
But the fucking selfishness of people to think that they need to go 60 miles an hour down a residential 30-mile-an-hour road and then complain when speed tables go in to slow everybody down.
There's a fucking reason it's there.
Yeah.
So they affect, that's always the problem with assholes.
Yeah.
Assholes affect the entire populace, not just themselves in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody fucking suffers the consequence. And that's assholes with any fucking thing.
Yeah.
Speeding, stealing fucking grapes at the grocery, whatever it is.
It's why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, you are fucking right. I was in the grocery again. This was a couple days ago. And there's a woman and she's got in tow 4 girls, teenagers. Look, ranging probably 14 to 16. And she's leading these girls along and she stops off at the grapes because we need to buy some grapes. She fucking reached her hand into no less than 4 bags of grapes, took out grapes from each one and chewed them, ate them, and said, I like the crunchy ones. I got to find the right bag.
Oh,
And she's teaching the girls. I'm like,
come
on.
on.
And so each time, but here's the deal. She puts the fucking grape in her mouth, licks her fingers to get the grape shit off, then sticks her hand in another fucking bag and reach in and feels the grapes. What the fuck? Stop feeling
Thanks,
the
Wally.
grapes.
Now I'm going to have to start growing my own damn grapes.
But I so wanted to say something to her, right? I wanted to just say, fucking stop stealing the grapes and stop licking the fucking grapes. I didn't say anything, but I so wanted to because
I wish you
2
had.
weeks ago, a guy threatened me at the grocery store.
What?
I was shopping. And so you and I have had this conversation, Jess. Is Chris still there? I see his
I'm
picture.
here.
So I park, as you know, when the aisle's wide enough, I park in the middle of the aisle so you can go by me on either side. I don't block off the doors to the coolers. I don't park my cart in front of the fucking, gallons of milk for two doors and then go look at the other door with the half gallons of milk so you can't get into any of the coolers. Park in the middle. That's where you should park so people can go around you or can open the doors or get to the shelves. Only if the aisle's wide enough. If it's not wide enough, you got to go to the side. This fucking guy comes by and I'm in the produce. The produce is fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
You can put 2 carts side by side and still get by each other. No problem. I put it in the middle and the guy comes by and he stands right behind my cart. Mind you, you could have, if you had a CDL, backed up the fucking fruit delivery truck between my cart and anything else on either side. And the guy just looks at me. I said, well, you go right around me. It's okay. That's why I've left it that way. He goes, yo, what? You're going to put it in the fucking middle of the aisle? I said, so you can get around it. That way I'm not blocking you away from the pineapple on that side and the bananas on the other side. Because you wouldn't be able to get to them if I parked against the side. Yeah, you want to fucking say something about it, smart guy? Come on over here. As he's going by me. I said, what? He goes, yeah, come on. Let's fucking do something about it. Well, what are you talking about? I engaged in conversation.
In his defense, he was trying to find me to tell me how pretty my smile was.
Nice smile. And I just looked and I said, really? You want to fight over where the cart is that you could get around? And then I moved my cart to the side and said, well, I'll put it over here for when you had to get to the pineapples, because that's what he was going to. You couldn't get to him. Would that make you feel better? Oh, you're real fucking wide. And he just starts going off on, wow. My whole screen just changed.
Oh.
Yeah, and he just was so volatile. So that just brings me, Why are people so fucking volatile at everything?
I don't know. I mean, I get pretty pissy about being at the grocery store too. Do you know what I saw at the grocery store today?
Thievery?
No, not this time.
Okay.
No, something I don't think you could even pay somebody to steal. It was 2 different flavors of Doritos right next to each other. One was spicy mustard flavored Doritos or hot mustard, and the other was tangy ketchup flavored.
Really?
Yeah, the world's fucked up.
Doritos. The zombies are not far off now at this point.
Do you have taco Doritos there?
Probably.
Taco flavored Doritos?
Those were the best.
Are they good?
Oh, those are awesome.
What
I've never
how are
had
taco
any. I've seen them.
Doritos different than nacho Doritos?
Because they taste like taco, not cheese.
Oh.
They taste like meat
Oh.
and cheese.
So if you like meat in your mouth, Jess.
Oh.
Oh yes, yeah. Bring a
Oh.
smile. Wow, look at that nice smile now.
Let me go get some Doritos.
Yeah, so I have, you guys know that I do a lot of the shopping thing. I watched a guy a couple weeks ago, since we haven't talked in a couple of weeks, and I don't know that I did the right thing. I think I did. I was walking into the grocery store. He was walking out of the grocery store. In one hand, he had a 8-pack of hamburger rolls, hamburger buns, and in the other hand, he had one of those carry baskets, fucking full of groceries. I mean, fucking overflow. It probably weighed 50 pounds, and he just walked out the entrance door. And I'm walking in, and I thought to myself, that fucking guy is stealing.
Mm.
And I instantly got pissed off. I was fucking instantly pissed off. Not because he was stealing. That's why I was. But it wasn't the idea of the stealing. It was the idea of this fucking guy is the reason why why I'm paying 20% more for groceries.
Yeah. And he's taking advantage of the fact that most stores now have a policy for their employees not to chase somebody like that down.
Chase. So I took a picture. I went outside.
Hold on. I took a picture?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Jesus
I went out with
Christ,
my phone.
Boomer. Was that before or after he tried to knock you over aisle 7?
No, okay. So here's the thing. I walked outside because it was an afterthought for me. I walked outside, and I fucking figured out in a heartbeat he was a fucking idiot thief. They pulled into. He was with somebody. He was putting stuff into the passenger's side door, but they pulled into a parking spot, which meant they had to back out of a spot in a small parking lot for the big getaway. So I took a picture of the license plate, and the guys is getting in, and then and the store manager's a friend, and I said, "Geez, I don't know if he was shoplifting." He goes, "What door did he walk out?" I said, "That door." He goes, "Oh yeah, he was shoplifting." Is that the door they go out when they shoplift? And I said, "Well, I got a picture of the license plate." I wasn't sure if I should have done it. I did. My afterthought was, I don't know his situation.
Yeah.
But even if I do know his situation, fucking stealing is wrong.
Yeah.
It's fucking wrong. And because there are food banks and there are places you can go. And obviously this guy was mobile. He was in a fucking vehicle, or he had somebody to drive him around. He had the wherewithal to he wasn't handicapped. He wasn't differently abled. He was carrying around a fucking 50-pound thing of food in one hand and a hot dog rolls in the other because it wouldn't fit in the fucking basket.
That phrasing, you don't know, that person's situation.
Yeah.
I dated this girl a couple of years ago, and her best friend was an absolute fucking slut. Okay. I mean, 3 guys.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Listen, I've had 3 guys in a night too, but this is different. And so 3 guys in a night, and I said, God, if your little friend there had as many pricks sticking out of her she had stuck in her, she'd be a goddamn porcupine. And this girl says to me, well, you don't know her situation. Yeah, I do. Fuck you. She's a whore. Okay. Never understood that phrasing.
No, yeah, I know. But so I've seen this a couple of times. It's like I told you about the when I saw the shoplifting of the Vagisil. And
did you actually see that shoplifting though, or did you
no,
just
I didn't
find
see
the
that
empty
shoplifting.
box?
I did not see that shoplifting, but was told and had been told subsequently that women steal that kind of shit all the time.
Yeah, because it's expensive as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's expensive. And they're like Chris's slutty friend.
Mm-hmm.
They've got too much prick or pricks or dicks or whatever. I know that's not the reason why people get yeast infection, but for comedy's sake, it's funny. So they said, oh, they steal that all the time. And I've since seen other boxes. They just take it out of the box and they throw it because apparently the boxes now have ding, ding, ding things in them.
Yep.
The magnetic thing, but they haven't figured out how to put the magnets inside the tube yet. So they steal it all the time, and condoms too. And you might think men steal condoms. No, it's women.
Really?
Mostly, it's when condoms are stolen, it's women are shoplifters. Apparently, women are much more shoplifters, and men are shoplifters of foodstuffs, the big groceries.
Yeah.
Women steal health and beauty stuff a lot more.
That shit's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, and clothing. Well, I think it's also, I think it's societal. Again, it's societal that women feel the need to have beauty shit.
Well, and you can't publicly buy condoms as a woman without Chris calling you a whore. So,
hey, you know what? You know what? Maybe you should get married and keep your fucking legs crossed. And, you know.
Yeah.
You're a fucking asshole.
I mean, geez. Listen. When you're done at the microphone, I hope you're going to be in your place in the kitchen. Okay.
Get to whipping up some sausages, will you?
My Lord. There was
Hey,
it's amazing how much time has changed. You keep talking about things on TV that are different, and I'm sure this didn't happen in real life, but they did a skit on Family Guy. Remember the $25,000 pyramid?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you've got a caricature of Tony Randall sitting there, and Peter Griffin sitting there, and Tony Randall is trying to get them to say Peter to say things you strike. Okay, so matches, bowling pins, your wife when she burns the meatloaf. Peter, things you strike. Jesus.
How things have changed, and not for the better.
No, not at all.
Just not for the better. Yeah, my favorite Family Guy line of all time is when Peter has a stroke and one eye is hanging. He's in the hospital, and Lois comes in and asks Peter how he's doing. He says, "Seen better days, Lois. I've seen better days." And his face is just all fucked up and droopy and drooling. he's just a mess. Seen better days, Lois. I've seen better days. It's just so fantastic. By the way, Chris, you're sounding much better as we get along in the. You sound like this has been therapeutic for you.
I don't know whether therapeutic or not, but I have thought about, you telling a woman she has nice jugs leaning out of the window of the car.
Yeah. So there's some words I've never used either. I've never called a woman's breast jugs.
Really?
Tatas. No, I think the things I've referred to women's breasts as breasticles, tits, boobs. That's about it. I don't have a lot of words. There are a lot of things I just don't have a lot of words for. I mean, I know the words, I just don't use them. I just don't use them.
Tits.
Mammaries. I've definitely used the mammaries because I've obviously I have said the thanks for the mammaries line, right? The old standby, what would now be maybe you can't even use that. You can't even say it anymore. What used to be maybe a dad joke was a teenage high school joke.
I don't remember whether it was True Grit or Shane.
Oh,
But
so good.
we had a teacher, 8th grade teacher, Mr. Blaze. Mr. Blaze had checked the fuck out. So he'd roll the TV into the classroom and we'd watch old Westerns every day.
Oh.
Okay. So it was either Shane or True Grit. And whoever the lead character is, they're sitting around the dinner table and says, "Hey, pass me a tit of milk." And I got to tell you, the classroom broke up for about 30 fucking minutes because we'd never heard such a thing. Okay.
I'm going to have to say True Grit because I can't see Alan Ladd saying that in Shane.
Okay.
What a fucking great movie that is.
Now, did Shane die at the end or not?
No, I don't believe Shane dies at the end.
We never know, right?
No, you never know. He does slump a little in the saddle, but I don't think he dies. That what a fucking movie. That's him and Jack Palance. Oh my God, what a good movie. Just a fucking good movie. Jess, do you know that movie?
Nope.
Yeah, girls don't like Westerns, I guess, that much.
Well, listen, I don't represent all girls.
No, but you're the one girl that we know. Hey, how about that, Jess? So you are a woman by definition. Mm-hmm. Do you mind when I say girl?
No. I mean, I suppose it would depend on the context, but the way when you said girls don't like that, I didn't care.
Yeah. I want you.
I mean, if you said it in some kind of condescending way, then I would be like, go fuck yourself. But
what are you, a girl?
Well, when did that change?
Girls
that you couldn't like that. There was a time that you couldn't. You moved from girls to women. Like I remember listening to old Casey Kasem shows, and he's saying, "And there's 3 girls from Detroit singing a song called Baby Love, the Supremes." But eventually, it changed to women. Where was that dividing line?
I think there is probably has something to do with the rise of feminism and wanting to be taken seriously as an adult human being who can make her own decisions and buy her own property and have a credit card in her own name. And, technically girl is the name for a female child.
Wally, do you hear something that should be coming from the kitchen?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Girls don't cook. I'm sorry. Girls don't cook. Yeah, no, I still say girls. But I because I reference it as just gender.
Yeah.
I'm a boy. I'm of the boy classification, I guess.
But it is still technically the term for a child.
I think child is the technical term for child. I think boy is the gender of the child.
But is a boy the gender of the man?
Yes, it is. Boy is the gender of the man, I think.
Man is the gender of the adult.
When you're born, they don't say future man.
No, they say you're a boy.
Right, but they could not possibly say
because when you're born, you can't be a man yet.
And you may never be. You may be born a boy, but you may decide not to make the transition into man.
You could be a man child for sure.
Yes, but you could decide at some point, yes, I was born with this. I will not end up with this. So I will not be a future man or future woman. I will be a future whatever, which is très confusing to me because I'm a simple motherfucker.
Well, you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, I can't be a panda bear, and I kind of like panda bears, but I don't foresee that happening. Though I have known a few sharks in my time.
Yeah. All right, you guys.
You know what? The time flew super fast.
Yeah, it really did.
It didn't, and I feel like just there were things that we wanted to fucking chat about because I know I called you and you yelled at me to shut up.
I did not.
You did too. You said, "Shut up. We have to stop talking now."
I may have said shut up.
We didn't talk about Olive Garden.
Oh, Olive Garden.
Hey, we're getting an Olive Garden here.
That's
it's opening up in 2 weeks.
You posted on the thing.
Yeah, well, you know why? Because I'm trying to get the free meal.
That's why you posted it on my wall twice?
Yeah. Oh, did it go to you twice? Yeah,
I don't know. I got 2 notifications. I assumed you deleted one and then posted it.
I did delete one. Yeah, I deleted one because I read it after. You have to also put a comment in it. So that's what. So I resent it with a comment, and if you send it to 10 people, you get 2 free meals with drinks.
But are they even going to be able to see that you sent it to my page?
I don't know.
Because my
I
page
have
is
no
private.
idea.
I don't let just anybody see what's on my page.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but I want that fucking free Olive Garden meal. Not because I love the Olive Garden, but I do like their fucking Bloody Marys. They are some kind of good. Their Bloody Mary mix is amongst the best.
Well, I hope you win.
I think everybody gets it. That's what they're saying. That's what the ad said. But it could be it could have been fucking from the guys who pushed the same shit for the Prince of Algiers or wherever he's from.
Algiers.
Yeah. Well, you're talking about old movies, so then it makes me start thinking old movies. Then I start thinking of Humphrey Bogart, and then for some reason the Algiers pop into my head.
Golly.
Yeah. See, I'm older than you motherfuckers.
You sure are.
Why? I'm older than you motherfuckers.
Well, don't die.
So the other thing I wanted to fucking I want to talk about asshole bicyclists next time.
Okay.
I fucking hate them.
All right.
I hate those cocksuckers on bikes who ride like they fucking own the road and on the sidewalks in the wrong direction. I hate them all.
Okay.
I don't really hate them, but I disapprove of their condescending attitude.
That is so funny. Cocksuckers on bikes. That's going to be the name of my next album. So,
Cocksuckers on bikes. Oh, the store, by the way, Hannaford. Do you guys have you have Hannaford, Chris?
I got a Safeway. Close enough.
The fucking music they're playing is so good these days.
Oh, you're telling me. ShopRite as well.
It's fucking so good. I don't know what they did, but I heard what the fuck was it? Was CC and the Music Factory?
CNC Music Factory.
Yeah, CNC Music Factory. I was thinking CC Peniston for a second there, but they were playing that shit in there. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Wow.
I feel like I want to drop this shit and do some dancing. It was so good. It really is. It's so fucking good. It's just incredible how they've changed it from the bullshit they used to play.
The big band music.
Yeah, to real fucking music that's it makes me feel kind of hip.
Oh, I was going to get some Donald Duck orange juice, and they started playing that. What the fuck was that Robert Tepper record?
Robert Tepper.
No Easy Way Out. You don't remember that one?
Sing it.
Oh, fuck, I can't sing it. I can hardly talk.
A little piece of it. No.
The A flat. I don't fucking know. I can't sing it.
The A flat. We didn't ask you for a fucking concert.
Hold on 1 second.
All of a sudden he's Robert
You're not
Palmer
going to be able
over
to
here.
play it down the line because remember the last time we tried to play music through here? It silenced it.
That's how it begins. It's very electronic beginning.
I've been hearing like Peter Gabriel in the store. They played fucking just good stuff. You're like, what the fuck? You're kidding me. They're playing Peter Gabriel? It's usually only fucking James Taylor and Carole King.
No, they're playing the 80s and 90s jams at the Kroger over here too.
It's isn't it good?
Yeah.
Can you picture it at the Hannaford up there with Wally? You know, I've seen fire and I've seen get you caught out of the fucking aisle.
I can't get there from here. Move your cat. Yeah, no. You know what? So that's another pet peeve of mine. The mocking of the people in Maine don't really speak that way. Just like people in Vermont, some do. Some old folks who bring that up. And I fucking been in Boston so many times. Very few people talk like that. Like Macky Mac. Not a lot of people talk like Macky Mac. Some do.
Some lose it when they leave, but put it back on when they get around people who are from the same. I've heard of it. I've heard that there's, and it makes sense because I've heard people like this, that there's one kind of Boston accent that's a little bit more British sounding. And then there's one that's that sort of Southy.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Well, for sure there's a Southie. There is the Maggie beat and you got to go there. But man, if you're not from Southie, you don't want to go to Southie because you're probably not leaving Southie.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in Maine 10 years ago, back when we put that radio station on down in Millbridge, Bar Harbor. And
Bahaba is the place.
yeah, that's exactly. They're all Bahaba. They weren't speaking the fucking King's English. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah, because there's a lot. There's a down there in Bahaba. There's a lot of them. They're lobster fishermen, and the Bahaba fishermen speak like who are always, by the way, those fucking lobster fishermen always crying poverty. They're amongst the richest motherfuckers in the state because. The guy's selling, because here you can buy a lobster here. I don't know what it is right now. It's probably $8.99 a pound or something. But if you get that Maine lobster where you are, they sold it for $15.99 a pound, and you're paying $19.99 a pound.
Yep.
Yeah, those fucking guys, they're making some coin. They're definitely making some coin. And don't mistake it for Rhode Island lobster, because Rhode Island lobster is not as good as Maine lobster.
No, that was
colder. What's that?
I said that was shit.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Rhode Island lobster?
I don't think I've ever even heard of Rhode Island lobster.
Well, they have lobsters there.
Well.
Just the waters are warmer, so it's not as good. Okay, you guys.
All right.
Okay.
Bye,
Y'all be
guys.
good.